It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Here we go.
Mixon with a first down carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Samaje Perine, a 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Bengals have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Off the play fake. Allen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now Allen. Dancing to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bills are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. They find some open field here.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
7-7, our score after 1.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. They'll give it to Mixon at a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Burrow on play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Allen.
There's Stephon Diggs for the catch on the slant. He's got the first down and more. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
And again, it's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He will have the conversion and more than that.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Allen going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
On 2nd and goal.
Allen, he will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
2 yards on the touchdown there.
And the Bills have moved out in front. Pass on for the extra point.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in point.
He's got a man, complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Burrow will throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, 30 yards.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The bullet throw, but incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Going deep for Diggs. And this throw will be intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And some space here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. In motion right here, Boyd. First down, here's Burrow. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try.
He's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Flushed out right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Allen being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Going to go on 4th down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bills. James Cook, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have retaken a third-quarter lead. That took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And he can't get
He's taken down.
That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll drop to throw.
Now Burrow loses the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And this returnable for Hines. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Allen. They'll roll him out right.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
Allen going to get this one to Singletary. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Allen. Buying time to his left. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the drive will wind up yielding 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
Rolling to his right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field and a few
hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 25 yards that time.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Isaiah McKenzie. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Bills have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's got Hurst, his tight end.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Play action. It's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd.
And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills will take over here at their own 12.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Here's the punter, Jake Camarda, set to do the honors, and off we go now from Tampa. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And he returns this to the 22.
We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Into the air right away is Allen.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Allen. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A big play there on the catch and run. 79 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Touchdown!
Dawson Knox, a touchdown grab from Josh Allen. And the Bills are on the board first here on the road in Tampa. Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So already trailing, Charles, they opted to try to take a shot on their first play from scrimmage. Obviously, that one didn't pan out.
Absolutely not. And how about the momentum that's being created now? You score, you take it away, big return. You've got a chance to go up 2 touchdowns here early in the game. That'll feel great for their team.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And these are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
On play action, Allen. Forced out to his left. Allen hit. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level. As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. They keep it on the ground. White again. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. So you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. He'll get that out to the flat to White.
No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Lavonte David.
And the Buccaneers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead first quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. $10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. First down, here's White.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. They had 2 straight first downs, now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1. Now Brady. Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, Mark.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Brady. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's fourth.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Airing this one out for Evans. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. A night. It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Highmark Stadium in upstate New York. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jackson, first play, going to throw. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Right back to Drake. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short.
Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, it's Drake. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Dobbins going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and run with Drake, and he will get in to make it 8-0.
So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, Allen.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now it's Allen. Steps away. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field.
And that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
Allen will try again on second down. Out to his left. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Allen off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
One quarter down, 8-0 the score. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's got, look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Kenyon Drake, 68 yards.
ends. And the Ravens have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2. They'll try and run with Drake. And he is in to make it 16-0. I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
Allen now on first down. Steps away to his left. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Throwing on first down is Allen. He's going to let this go. Back in the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick. And that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
To throw again on second down. Allen.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Allen to throw once more. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Throwing again on second down. Allen. It's caught by Davis. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw, it's Allen. Touchdown, Bills. Isaiah McKenzie from 3 yards out.
And the Bills are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, in that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just know.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Patrick Queen.
Well, as most teams do in their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started. The way that they're...
Now Drake loses the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Now a dump off here complete.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Allen to throw it.
This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, they'll throw with Allen.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3.
Now Allen off the bootleg, sliding out of the pocket. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and in so doing, cut the deficit to 2 points.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble that led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now Jackson on second down.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, and now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So after the INT, it's Allen dancing to his left.
Open man, complete downfield to Davis.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Operating from the red zone now. Allen, the throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
To the air, Allen. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Bills have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Here's Drake one more time on second down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, Drake.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 142 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On first down, Drake. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get it inside the 35.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run. It's Drake. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone.
Now a run up the middle with Drake.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Running from the shotgun with Drake.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Up the middle they go with Drake. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Now a handoff for Drake. And he'll get this awfully close to a first down. Boy, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. He couldn't quite find the goal line, but a good run of 8 yards is going to make it an interesting 4th and goal now.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard.
They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Bills' goal line stand is going to get him the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. In his own end zone, it's Allen.
A quick throw going to be caught by Diggs.
And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, 75 yards. And the Bills use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Gregory Rousseau in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson.
Now that's going to be caught. It's James Proche.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Phillips in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to drop something good here on 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, go into pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised him a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped him well short of a first down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So Allen's going to look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. Touchdown! Dawson Knox, 42 yards. And the Bills have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.